If you are someone who struggles with trading, whether it's entries, exits, or managing your trades, then it is going to be in your best interest to watch the entirety of this video. I'm going to be going over two trades that I took today, a break-even trade on NVIDIA and a short position that was profitable on Microsoft. So without wasting any time, let's hop on to the charts. Alrighty guys, so for today, for NVIDIA, I was watching this key level over here at about $130. So we can see NVIDIA has rejected around this level multiple times, and for this morning, I noticed NVIDIA started breaking out of this level. And when I see something breaking out of a key zone in pre-market, I am very interested because that tells me that big money institutions are interested in this because they are usually the ones who are trading in pre-market. So I had a game plan that for NVIDIA, when it retraces to a level that I like, I am going to enter a long position as this thing is showing me that it wants to move higher. So as you can see in the first candle, NVIDIA broke out and it started moving higher. Now, the mistake that many traders do is they enter on this candle when they see that break above higher. But the issue with this is you risk NVIDIA moving lower. So you risk this thing moving lower because all of this is still a demand zone. So you risk this entire level of being down. You can end up being down 20-30% if this entire thing traces back. So what I like to do is I stay patient and I set an alert kind of over here so I can have the best entry. So that is exactly what I did. I set an alert right here, and I would only take a long position if NVIDIA came down and tested this area. And all it took was a few minutes, and NVIDIA did finally come down and test that area. So I entered my long position about right there. Now we need to manage this trade. So I had a 10% stop loss. Immediately I put a 10% stop loss and I set my take profit for this level right here. If we can reach the highs about right there, I was going to take most of my profits right there. So now if we keep playing this, we can see NVIDIA from there started to move higher. Now, once we broke out of this demand zone, so once we broke out of that key level at $130, at this point I set my stop loss to break even, and this will allow me to be in a trade risk free. So if this thing wants to go higher, if it wants to continue higher, guess what? So if this thing wants to continue higher, that's fine. It can continue higher. But if it reverses me and it starts to move lower, I will be stopped out at break even and I will not lose any money. So that is what NVIDIA did today. It started to trace back, and around right there, I hit my stop loss. I was out of this trade. I had no more positions. And if we keep playing, we can see that that was the best decision because NVIDIA ended up losing that supply level and selling off for the entirety of the day. And I avoided that entire move lower. I avoided this entire move lower because I managed my trade early. We will not always be right when it comes to trading. Your entries will not always be the best, but you need to make sure that you follow your plan and you have an exit strategy before you even enter. So that is my trade on NVIDIA. Now I'm going to show you guys quickly my trade on Microsoft. And like I said, both of these trades were alerted to the group already. So if we go to Microsoft, I'm going to show you guys why I took a short position on Microsoft. So I'm going to go to replay, and it was around right here where I took my short position. So this 426 level has been a key area for Microsoft. And if you go back, even for the past couple of days, you can see this has been a strong area of rejection. So I was watching Microsoft at this level and I wanted to see, can Microsoft break out of this level and start moving higher? My initial mindset was to take a long position if we can break out, but I'm going to show you guys why I switched my thesis and ended up going short. So if we turn on our moving averages, these are our daily moving averages. I was watching this to see if we are able to hold this level, but I seen that candle right there. So that candle tells me actually Microsoft is struggling at this 100-day moving average, and it doesn't look like it's going to break higher. Also, if we look at the overall market, we've seen a little bit of a downward move for the ES and the S&P 500. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ. Therefore, I felt more comfortable taking a short position. Now, like I said in the past, we need to always make sure we manage our trades. So I set my stop loss up here. So I set my stop loss right up there, and I had my take profit down here. And the reason I had my take profit at 424 is because that is our next demand zone. And also when we look at book maps, there were a lot of sellers that were sitting, a lot of buyers that were sitting at 424. I also had one runner that was sitting down here at 422.50 if we were able to break lower there. So now, if we keep playing this trade, we can see that is exactly how this thing played out. And around that 422, I exited all of my positions right there. But the most important thing to know here is I had a stop loss ready to trigger if we broke these highs. And it would be at this level where I could say, hey, I was wrong on this trade. The move went against me, and I need to wave the white flag and just accept defeat. And that is what trading is about. Trading is about finding a strategy that works, but when it's wrong, you accept that you are wrong, and you accept your losers. You accept a break-even trade. You don't hold longer than you have to. And also, I had a feeling, okay, Microsoft might keep moving lower to this next level, but I don't want to risk this thing reversing entirely. So I needed to take my profits. That's how you stay in this game, by making money. And the way you make money is by taking profits. And of course, I'm going to have a little bit of FOMO watching this because Microsoft kept selling off, and it did come to the main demand zone down here, but that's fine. That happens sometimes in trading. So guys, that is all. Like I said, both of these trades, entries, exits, and even managing the trade, I posted all that in our private group as I was trading this. So if you are interested in that, it is the first link in the description below, and I will see you guys in trading tomorrow.